Before he became the Piano Man, before millions sang along to Uptown Girl, there was just a kid from the Bronx with a dream, a piano, and a heart full of music. This is the untold story of Billy Joel, the man who turned pain into poetry and rhythm into timeless hits. 1. The humble beginnings. Billy Joel was born on May 9, 1949, in the Bronx, New York. His full name? William Martin Joel. His father was a classical pianist, and music ran deep in the family. But life wasn't easy. After his parents divorced when he was just 8 years old, Billy moved with his mother to Long Island. That's where he would spend most of his early years, and where his love affair with the piano truly began. He started taking piano lessons at a young age and was heavily influenced by classical composers like Beethoven and Chopin. But in the 1960s, something changed. The Beatles arrived, and like many young musicians, Billy saw a new path open before him. 2. The struggles before the spotlight. Before fame came calling, Billy Joel faced rejection, debt, and even depression. In the early 70s, he signed with a record company that gave him a terrible deal. His first album, Cold Spring Harbor, was released in 1971, but it was sped up in production, making his voice sound too high. The album flopped. To make ends meet, Billy played piano at bars under the name Bill Martin, and that experience would later inspire his breakthrough song. But at the time, he was frustrated, nearly broke, and unsure if he'd ever get a real chance. 3. Enter the Piano Man. In 1973, Billy Joel released Piano Man, an autobiographical song based on his time playing in a piano bar in Los Angeles. The lyrics tell the stories of lonely customers and their dreams, all seen through the eyes of the entertainer behind the keys. That line? It would define Billy Joel for the rest of his career. The song became his first big hit, and the world finally started paying attention. 4. The rise to stardom. From there, Billy Joel began releasing hit after hit. Albums like The Stranger, 52nd Street, and Glass Houses brought him mainstream success. But it wasn't just the music, it was the storytelling. Songs like Scenes from an Italian Restaurant and Only the Good Die Young painted vivid pictures of American life, youth, love, and rebellion. He wasn't just writing pop songs, he was writing poetry with rhythm. By the early 1980s, Billy Joel had become one of the best-selling artists in America. He won Grammy Awards and was selling out concerts around the world. 5. Uptown Girl, a love letter in song. Then came 1983 and the release of Uptown Girl. This upbeat, doo-wop-inspired track was a major departure from his earlier ballads, and it was inspired by supermodel Christie Brinkley, whom Billy was dating at the time. The song was fun, romantic, and energetic, and it became a global hit. The music video featuring Brinkley herself only added to the charm. They would go on to marry in 1985 and have a daughter, Alexa Ray Joel. Uptown Girl wasn't just a chart topper, it was a cultural moment. 6. Behind the fame, the dark side. While Billy Joel's music career soared, his personal life faced turbulence. His marriage to Christie Brinkley eventually ended in divorce. He faced financial troubles after being swindled by his former manager, losing millions and having to sue for justice. He also battled depression and alcohol addiction, spending time in rehab during the early 2000s. For a man who had given the world so much joy through his songs, his own journey was filled with heartbreak and struggle. But through it all, Billy kept performing. He kept writing. He kept connecting with fans. 7. Legacy of a legend. Billy Joel may not have released a pop album since 1993, but his influence is as strong as ever. His residency at Madison Square Garden has become legendary, selling out month after month since 2014. He sold over 160 million records, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and received the Kennedy Center honors. Songs like Piano Man, New York State of Mind, and Uptown Girl continue to be played on radios, in movies, and at weddings around the world. Billy Joel isn't just a musician, he's a storyteller, a survivor, and a symbol of American pop music at its finest. 8. Conclusion: the man behind the music. So who is Billy Joel really? He's the kid who stayed up late practicing piano while others played outside. He's the man who turned heartache into harmony. He's the piano man who gave us the soundtrack to our lives. And though the world may know his songs, the struggles behind them remain a powerful reminder that even legends have their battles. And sometimes it's the pain behind the piano that makes the music eternal. This was the untold story of Billy Joel, from Piano Man to Uptown Girl. If you enjoyed this journey through music history, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Topex, where we rank the world, one list at a time.